Welcome to today's full body FitBall Pilates workout. In today's workout, we will strengthen and challenge all the muscles in your body. If you do enjoy this workout, then if you click on the link that's coming up here and that's in the bio, then you can download the Peacock Pilates app. If you download the app, you will get a 7-day free, yes, I said free, trial period to try out loads of workouts, challenges and programs, similar to this one, both with and without props. I really hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like, share and save. Let's get started. Okay, everybody, let's get warmed up. So I want you to stand up nice and tall with a really wide stance with your feet and your toes rotated out to either side of the room. And I want you to have the fit ball in the middle. Whenever you're ready, you're going to breathe and you're going to roll the ball forward and you're just going to squat down. And then you're going to stand up to bring the ball back. So just starting up nice and slow, pushing the knees out wide, breathing in, breathing out, going down lower, keeping your back against an imaginary wall behind you, including your head, so you're not lunging forward or leaning forward. And just coming down low. And rolling the ball forward, breathing out, coming back up. Let's do 3 more until you stay down in 3. Pushing those knees out really wide, really stand into your heels to stand up tall. 2. Let's come down and let's hold. I want you to roll the ball over to the left and I want you to straighten the right leg out. I want you to reach the right arm up and over. Stay down low. Roll the ball over to the right, straighten out that left leg, up and over with that left arm. So just having a moment to just find that nice lateral bend, and you're breathing and you're stretching and you're reaching over. Let's do 4 more for 4. Breathing in, staying down low. 3. And reach up and over. 2. And 1, come back into the middle, stay down low. I want you to flex the spine forward, roll the ball forward. So stay where you are, but from front on, you're in that position, you're rolling the ball forward. Breathe in, breathe out, re-stack up through the spine, bone by bone by bone, and then stand up tall. So you're going to push the knees out wide, you're going to roll into your cat, so your hips are staying pulled back. And when you can't get any further, I want you to extend and open out into your cow. Breathe in, breathe out, scoop the stomach in. So you're doing like a standing cat and cow. You roll the ball in and then you re-stack all the way up. Eye line straight ahead. Breathe in, spine stays neutral. Then you scoop the stomach in, you roll, you pull the hips back, roll forward and then extend, open up into the spine. Reach the hands forward, pull the hips back. Let's do 1 more. Pull the stomach in. Roll up through the spine. So nice flexion, extension. Last one, breathe in, breathe out, stomach scoops in, squat down low, roll the ball forward and then extend up through the spine. And just breathe, breathing in, breathing out slowly, rolling up and coming all the way up tall. Fantastic. Now nice and carefully, you're going to now sit on the ball, a nice wide stance. Let's just get a little bit of rotation into the spine. So I want you to bring your hands behind your head. Just gently push your head into your hands, but nothing excessive. And just to begin with, I just want you to side bend up and over towards the right. Come back into the center. Breathe in, side bend up and over towards the left. So really focus on keeping the opposite hip down. So if you're side bending towards the right, keep the left hip and the left butt cheek heavy on the ball. Let's do 1 more on each side, up and over, really try to find that length, not just in the side you're going away from, but also in the side you're bending in towards. And then come back up, keep your hands where they are, keep the lower body still. You're just going to rotate from the thoracic, just from the rib cage area, and then slowly come back in. So really try to feel this idea of the rib cage spiraling around, the spine being really long, so you're not rounding in the spine or flexing or extending. And you're breathing, really lifting up and out of the waist and then coming back into the center. Up and out of the waist, coming back into the center. Let's do 3 more for 3 and 2 and rotate whatever side you're on, rotate. We're going to come back an inch and then rotate a bit further. Come back an inch, rotate, like you're wringing out a wet towel. A little bit return and then a little bit further out each time. 5, keep the lower body still. 4, grow taller. 3 and 2, and find your furthest point, hold, breathe, lengthen up through the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe in, breathe out all the way over to the other side, and then release an inch, and then go a bit further. Release and go a bit further. So your eye line should still be straight ahead. Don't start to look down. Feel that length in your neck, wringing out that towel. Don't move too much from your elbows, move from your center for 4. Each time try to go a little bit further. 3 and 2. Rotate and hold and breathe for 5, 4, grow taller. 3, 2, 1. Come back into the center, reach your hands up. I want you to lift your right heel up and then bring it down. Left heel lifts up and then come back down. Now bring both hands behind your head. As your right heel lifts up, extend that left arm out. Bring it back in, swap sides. Opposite arm to opposite heel. And reach, grow taller. For 6, open those knees out. For 5 and 4, 3, 2, try to keep your elbows still in space, just reach with the hand, and 1, come back in, and then nice and slowly, I'm going to go side on. You can stay where you are. Walk your feet out a little bit further forwards, and then just roll down through the spine, and just breathe. Just folding forwards, pulling the belly button back for 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Slowly restack the spine. Let's go into a little bit of ab work on the ball. So at any time, if you don't feel like you're in the right position on the ball, then please do adjust. Don't stay in the wrong position. So I want you to walk your feet a little bit more forward than 90 degrees. That's a 90-degree bend. I want them to walk a little bit more forward. I want you to sit a little bit forward on the ball. So you're not exactly in the middle of the ball, you're a little bit forward on the ball. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. Reach your hands forward. Breathe in, tuck your tailbone under, round through the spine, and slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Not all the way, but just so you're looking straight ahead, and you'll go to about a neutral spine, so you're not extending over the ball. And ideally, your knees should be at about a 90-degree bend. So if they're not, then just walk them in or out accordingly. Now, whenever you're ready, you're going to breathe in, you're going to breathe out, you're going to curl up a little bit. Breathe in, breathe out, come down. So your head is heavy in your hands. You're trying to find that stomach connection to come up and down. It's not massive. You're curling up for 5 and 4. Really use those stomach muscles. Head heavy in your hands. 3, 2. Let's have a little hold at the top. Hold, breathe, scoot the stomach in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come down. Now, if it feels all right, just roll over the ball. If that doesn't feel nice, then don't. And if it still feels all right, then just reach your hands onto the floor or near the floor. Now, nice and careful, I just want you to step your legs forward. So you really got a nice extension in your spine, but you feel stable, you feel supported by the ball. And you're just breathing for 5, 4, and reaching the legs away from the head. 3, 2, and 1. Reach your hands to chest height, bring your eye line up. Breathe in, walk your feet back closer to the ball. Breathe out, curl all the way up tall. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Now we're going to do some half rollbacks, but we're going to go from one side to the other. So to begin with, I want you to just rotate your upper body round to the right so that your head is still in the middle of your body, and you're going to just roll down on the left and then come back up tall. Swap sides. So now the arms go to the left and you roll down a little bit on the right and you come back in. Your knees are going to bend. You're going to roll down and then you're going to come back up tall. So you use your legs for this. The knees travel forward and you use your stomach muscles to come up tall. So it's not just the legs, you're using those obliques, but your legs are staying right in the middle. They're not veering off to the side. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to come to that first side, and let's come down and let's hold, and let's go up an inch and down an inch with those obliques, reaching the hands forward for 5, head staying in the center for 4, lift 3, knees staying still 2, and 1, come all the way up, rotate round, roll down, and then coming up a few inches, down a few inches, reaching the arms up, and 5, and squeezing into those side muscles, those obliques, 4, feet heavy on the ground, 3, 2, and 1, coming all the way back up, come back into the center, bring your hands behind your head, walk your feet a little bit further forwards, sitting up tall, you're going to breathe in, you're going to roll, tuck the tailbone under, roll the ball forward, roll down through your stomach, and just make sure now you're in the right position. So I want the ball now to be beneath your shoulder blades. So you may have to adjust it. I'm going to bring my ball back a tiny bit more. So do that if you need to. So you're quite far forward on the ball when you roll down, so that when you finish, you're just at your shoulder blades. So your head is supported in your hands. You're just going to rotate, come up to the right, and then come back down to the center. Again, now to the left. Again, your knees and your legs stay nice and still, so you can really get in to those obliques. Take your time and rotate and lift for 5. Use those side muscles, and 4, and 3, 2, up and hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down, rotate, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back down. Now I want you to keep your head supporting your hands. I want you to roll your bum down, staying in contact, your back stays in contact with the ball. Your bum comes down towards the mat, and then you squeeze and you lift up and let the legs lengthen and straighten. So you breathe in, you breathe out, you bend the knees, come down towards the floor, squeeze those glutes down into those heels, and come all the way up. So your upper body's quite still in space. You're just squeezing, finding that glute connection. And you're standing into the heels and breathing for 5. You're not touching your bum on the mat. 4, just hovering. 3, 2, last 1, all the way up. And now you're going to do the same thing with the lower body, but your upper body is going to rotate round to the right, elbows are wide, and then you're going to come back into the center. Swap sides, rotate, and then come back into the center. Breathing in, breathing out, rotating for 5. Don't just rotate from the elbows. The elbows are coming along with your obliques. The movement is happening in your waist, not at your elbows, for another 4. My counting, as you know, is terrible. 3, and 2. So bit of glutes, a lot of obliques, and 1. Come back in. Now I want you to just walk the ball back a little bit more, so that now only your shoulders and your shoulder blades are on the ball, and your bum is not on the ball, and your eye line is straight up to the ceiling. And I want you to lower the bum down and then squeeze and lift. So your upper body is staying still in space and it's supported by the ball. And now we're going into quite a deep extension as the bum comes down over the ball, but your stomach stays scooped in and you still stand into your heels to stand up. So again, going back into some glutes, squeeze and lift for 5, but really make sure your ribs pull down towards your hips for 4, that you don't lose the connection at the front of the body, for 3, so great for spine mobilization and also great for the glutes. 2, and then up. Now I want you to walk your feet together so that they're a little bit distance away. So you've got your Pilates V. So they're not touching, but they're a little distance away. And then I want you to elevate your heels up without falling off the ball. Okay, whenever you're ready, you're squeezing your glutes, your heels are glued together, your heels are lifted. You're going to draw your knees together and then open your knees out. So find that work in the inner thighs. Glue your heels together, stomach stays scooped in, hips stay lifted. So you're working to your glutes, your bum muscles, your balance muscles so you don't fall off the ball, and now your inner thighs. 5, 4, squeeze those glutes. 3, stay lifted. 2, and 1. Bring your heels down, and then just lengthen through the legs, reach back over the ball, reach your arms down. And just reaching and breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, now bend your knees, slowly come up, and I want you to swivel around. So now your tummy is on the ball, and your arms are going to be straight out and your hands are going to be on the floor. So just making sure you've got a nice strong plank position and the ball's in the right place. Now again, at any stage, if the ball's not in the right position, adjust it. I'm going to bring my ball back a little bit lower down. So you're in your prone position, your hands beneath your shoulders. And whenever you're ready, just to begin with, we're just going to reach and float the left leg up and then bring that foot back down, just onto the ball of the foot, and now float and squeeze and lift that right leg up. So you're trying to get that movement to come from the top of your leg, your bum muscle, to squeeze and lift. So take your time. Don't just move and lift the foot up. Really try to get into the top of the leg to do that lift and squeeze. Now on the next one, you're going to lift and squeeze, and now you're going to bend the knee in. You're going to lift that knee up, come back down, and reach it away. So you're going to lift it up, same start, then bend the knee, lift, lower, reach it away. So take your time, squeeze and lift the straight leg, bend the knee, keep the thigh bone lifted, lift it up higher, bring it down, reach it away, come back down. So let's stay working here, and we're going to do this until we hold on this left side, or whatever side you're on, in 3. Take your time. 2. Really reach that leg away before you bring it down. Last side, you're going to have a hold on this side. Lift the leg up, bend the knee in, and you're just going to lift and lower that thigh bone. Really try to push that toe up to the ceiling. 5. And breathe. 4, 3, 2. Let's have a hold. Up and hold and breathe. Keep it lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Reach it away. Bring it back onto the mat. Swap sides. So float that leg up, straight leg. Bend the knee, and then push that toe up to the ceiling and lower it back down. Squeeze and lift. Stay aware that the body weight in your upper body is even. You're not favoring your left arm or your right arm. Squeeze and lift. 5. Have a moment to still at the top. 4, 3, 2. Up and hold and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Reach it away. Find your center. So really engaging through the stomach. You're now going to float that left arm out to the side and then bring that arm down. Breathe in. Right arm comes out to the side and bring it back down. So try to engage your stomach by pulling your belly button to your spine before you lift the arm. So I don't want you just to think of you're lifting the arm out and hoping for the best. I want you to really try to connect to your center with these movements. And if everything feels all right, the next time you lift the left arm up, instead of floating to the side, you're going to reach it forwards and then bring it back down. Other arm, reach it forwards and bring it back down. For 4. Stomach stays scooped in. 3. Eyeline is straight down. You're not starting to bring your eyeline towards the ball and floating it up for 2. and 1. Fantastic. Now, nice and carefully bring both elbows alongside, find your balance, and you're going to reach the right arm forward and then bring it back in. Left arm comes forward and bring it back in. And what you're going to see is one side might feel a lot more stable than the other side. Still move from your center, make sure you're in the right position on the ball, and see if you can now elevate your chest up a little bit, as long as you don't feel discomfort in your back and you still feel stable. And you're going to reach and lift, and lift 5, and then we're going to go to double arms in 4, stomach scoops in 3, 2, and 1, and now both arms reach forward and then sweep them around. Breathe in, elbows come to the side, reach the arms forward, keep them straight, sweep them around. I'm slowly rolling back and my feet are losing grip, so I'm just gonna roll back forwards. Have a nice wide stance if you feel unbalanced. Gives you a lot more balance if you have a wide stance. So sweep forwards and then bring them back. Breathe in, breathe out, reach and lift the chest up higher when you sweep them around. For 3 and 2. Fantastic. Last one, reach, sweep. Keep the arms reaching out. Lift the chest up higher, reach the arms back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And nice and slowly flex over the ball. So just round through the spine. Breathe. Let your head come towards the mat. And just breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Now, I want to stay lying on the ball, but I want you to bring the ball back a little bit further back behind you. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to just roll on the ball a bit forward. So the ball is underneath your stomach, but just your hands are down and you're just in a straight line with your body. So your legs on, flop down, they're reaching away. And nice and slowly, you're going to walk the hands a little bit further forward now. And you're going to bend the elbows, bring the elbows down onto the mat. Breathe in, breathe out, pushing up. So really try to stay in parallel with the elbows. And we're just working now into your triceps, but really keep reaching the legs away. Don't forget about the legs. Don't let them just flop. Reach them away and come back up. Shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze into those triceps. 5 and 4. Reach those legs away as if they're being pulled away from your head. 3. Squeeze those glutes. 2. Last one. 1. Now walk your hands a bit closer and we're going to go down onto your elbows. The ball's going to move a little bit, but try to minimize it, and then push up onto your hand. And we're going to do some plank walk. So you're going to come down to your left elbow, right elbow, left arm pushes up, right arm pushes up, swap side. Right elbow comes down, left arm, right elbow. And you've got that added fun of staying on the ball, but obviously you're not lifting up the whole of your body. So it should feel in some ways a little bit easier than if you were in a plank position, but in other ways with the stability a little bit more challenging. Let's do 4 more. Breathing, pushing up for 4, alternating which arm you're starting with, and 3, 2, last one, keep reaching the legs away, and 1, coming up into your plank position, really lifting the feet up high, bend the knees in, connect your heels together, and then you're going to squeeze and lift the glutes up a little bit and down a little bit. Squeezing up and down. So really try to lift your thigh bones away from that ball. It's very hard and there's not a huge range, but really glue your heels together for 5, and then toes are rotated out. 4, 3, stomach stays scooped in. 2, and then up and hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your left heel lifted and then send your right leg on the diagonal and then bring it back in. Swap sides. So the leg doesn't go straight behind you, it goes a little bit on an angle out to the side and reaches away and comes back in. So you're really, but you're not letting the foot drop down. There's still, you're squeezing the glutes, the thigh bone's still in space, and you're reaching, you're trying to find the glutes, and you're trying to find the hamstrings. Reach, point the toes, flex the heels back for 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Amazing, come back in and nice and slowly bring your feet down, roll over the ball, just breathe. And just have a little roll left to right. And breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Nice and carefully, you're just going to roll the ball forwards. And you're going to lie onto your back. Yee! Not totally easy though, before you get excited. And you're going to bring your feet now and your knees onto the ball. Relax your arms by your side. So you have a nice open chest and your eye line straight up. I want you to just really push your heels down into the ball. Squeeze and lift the glutes up and just roll the ball forward a little bit. And then bring the knees back in, bring your bum back down. So stand into your heels, squeeze, lift, eyeliner straight up, and then come back in. For 3, really reach those feet away when you lift the bum, and then flex and pull the heels back in. And 2, and 1. Come back in, and now I want you to walk your feet out really wide. So your knees are open really wide and you're really grabbing the ball in your heels. So you're able to lift it up just like that. So adjust it if you need to. So whenever you're ready, your upper body's staying down and you're going to squeeze and lift and come back down. Squeeze and lift and come back down. If all of this feels all right, you're going to do a curl up and you'll squeeze and lift and come back down. Keep squeezing into the ball. Find those inner thighs. 5. Stay curled up and squeeze and lift. 4. And 3. 2. And up and hold and breathe and squeeze and breathe and squeeze for 5, 4. Arm shaking. 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Have a moment. Have a little reset. Stretch your legs. And now, let's do the same thing, but I'm going to just ask you to send the ball a little bit further away. And now I want you to hold the ball between your ankles even harder. Okay? And we're still going to do your bend knee lift and lower, but we're now going to add a rotation in the upper body. You're going to stay curled up. You're going to rotate the opposite elbow to the opposite knee as you lift the ball. Now try not to let the ball touch the floor on the way down. Rotate from the obliques for 4 and rotate 3, 2 and 1. Stay curled up in the middle. Extend the legs out, float the legs up, and then reach the legs as far down as you don't feel any discomfort in your lower back. So find your range and you're staying curled up. If it feels too much for your head and your shoulders, then bring your head, rest your head and your shoulders down on the mat and just focus on your lower stomach muscles. Have a glance at your feet, make sure they're still in parallel, they're not rotated inwards, and reach the ball away for 3, and 2. Make sure your stomach is flattening down, you're not feeling your lower back. Come down and hold it here, and then bend the knees in, and then reach the legs away. Bend the knees in, reach the legs away for 5, staying curled up, head heavy in your hands. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the ball up, hold it here, curl up higher, and then you're going to rotate, reach that right hand to the outside of that left foot and come back in. Breathe in, breathe out, reach to the opposite side, stay curled up. So try to keep the ball really still in space. Toes still in parallel, and you're squeezing the ball now actively, and you're reaching up, staying curled up. Ball stays still for 6 and 5, and reach up. 4. Try to go up higher each time. 3, 2, Last one. One. Bring your hands behind your head. Slowly bring the ball down. And reset. Lovely. Bring your arms alongside your body. Have a moment. Whew. Just breathe. Now I want you to roll the ball a little bit forward. So it's more like your feet that are on it and your knees are at about a 90-degree bend. You're going to curl up, and to begin with, you're going to bring your left leg into tabletop. You're just going to roll the ball forward with your right leg and then bring it back in. Take the ball into your left foot, right leg stays still in tabletop. Reach it away. So just doing our single leg stretch. And now let's start to bring that knee towards your body more as the other leg goes away. Swap sides. And reach it away. And now that leg is coming, that knee is coming closer to your body, so it's not in tabletop anymore. And you're staying curled up. And you're breathing and reaching for 5. Stay curled up. 4. Really use those stomach muscles to send the ball away. 3. Flatten and scoop the stomach in. 2. Forward and hold. Lengthen that other leg up, and you're going to tap it down towards the ball, and then you're going to squeeze and lift it up. Tap it down towards the ball, squeeze and lift it back up. And you're going to reach that leg away and slowly come back up. Staying curled up, reach it away. Really keep connecting in to your core as you reach that leg away. And then we're going to continue to do the same thing with that leg, but we are shortly going to add in a rotation. So then as your leg comes up, you're going to rotate towards that knee and then bring it back down. Rotate towards that knee and bring it back down. Let's do 4 more. Rotate, but don't just move from your elbow. Your elbows are still wide away from each other. 4. They're not starting to come towards each other. And 3. That left side, that still side on the board, staying still. 2. Last one. And 1. Come back in. Swap sides. So now the right foot, or whatever other foot, maybe your left foot, if you start on a different side, is on the ball. And to begin with, we're going to do those reaches away. Tap towards the ball and then come back up. So really imagine someone is pulling that foot away from your head, pulling it away. Stomach is flattening and scooping in. Let's do this for another 3 until we add your rotations in. Find those lower stomach muscles. Curl up higher. 2. And 1. And now as that leg comes up, you're going to rotate right elbow to left knee or vice versa. And rotate and lift. Taking your time, coming back into the center, staying curled up for 5. Elbows are staying wide. They're not coming in close. 4. So you really use your side muscles. And 3. And 2. Woo, last one and 1. Come back in. Have a little hug of your knees into your chest. Have a little reset. And let's finish off now in some side lying work. So you're going to now roll onto your side, on your left side, and you're just going to bring that top foot onto the ball, pushing up through that left elbow, and that bottom knee is bent. Okay, so I really want you to reach that top leg away. I want you to just carefully push up into that left elbow, and then I want you to lower the hips down and then lift up. I want you to have a little glance at that top foot and make sure it's not turning downwards onto the ball. Keep it externally rotated up to the ceiling. Now mine has this habit of rotating downwards as time goes on, so I would try my best not to. Now this move is not just for the shoulder and the obliques, but it's also, I want you to really stand into that bottom knee to lift up. So you're now really using the glute on that left bent knee side, lifting up for 5, and reaching up and lifting 4, 3, 2, and up and hold. Now I want you to bring your hand behind your head and your elbows really reach up, and you're going to rotate from the rib cage and then come back up. So your lower body is nice and still in space, and you're just, if you had a pen on your elbow, you're just making a straight line all the way out, like a quarter of a line. And then you're just going to rotate for 5 from the rib cage and 4, pushing up through that left elbow for 3 and 2, lower body is still, and 1, come back in, lower the body down, and now straighten out that bottom leg and just grab the ball now between both feet. And again, have a check that the toes don't rotate down, but there's a little external rotation. Pushing up through that left elbow, you're going to breathe in, you're going to rotate, lift the ball up, bring your right hand to the center of the ball, and then nice and slowly come back down with control. No momentum, slow and controlled, really actively pushing up through that left elbow. Don't sink down into it. Rotate and lift for 5. Keeping that toe rotated out. And 4. Really reach those legs away from you. And 3. And 2. Last one, let's have a little hold. Rotate, reach, hold and breathe for 5. Lift the legs up higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. And now we need to extend that bottom arm out and bring that right hand in front so you can have some support with it. And you're really reaching both legs away and both legs are nice and straight. Whenever you're ready, you're going to breathe in. You're going to float both legs up and then bring them back down. But don't touch the floor at the bottom. Reach and float them up and away and come back down. Straight up, lift up for 5. It's not a huge lift. 4, really reach the legs away from you. 3 and 2. Let's have a hold, up and hold and reach and breathe and squeeze the ball for 5, 4, higher, 3, 2 and 1. Amazing, come back down and nice and carefully swivel around. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So let's start with that bent bottom knee, top leg straight, right elbow down, making sure you're in the right position. And whenever you're ready, you're going to lift up, reach that hand up and then lower the torso down. Really squeeze into that right glute this time to lift and lower. Squeeze and lift. Again, be mindful of that top foot doesn't rotate down and lift. 4. Really reach that leg away. 3 and 2 and up and hold and breathe. Now bring that hand behind your head and you're going to rotate from the thoracic and then come back up. So remember, lower body is still. You're just spiraling from the rib cage and you're breathing for 5. Don't use the elbow. The elbow just comes with you. 4. Really active up through that right elbow. And 3. I should say don't use the top elbow because you're really using the bottom one. Last one. And 1. Come back down nice and carefully. Lengthen both legs away and take the ball into your ankles. Legs are straight and reaching away. Make sure that top foot is rotated upwards. So you're really pushing up actively through that right elbow. You're going to breathe in, you're going to rotate, you're going to reach that left hand to the center of the ball, and then you're going to nice and slowly come back down. Breathe in, breathe out, rotate, reach, and slowly come back down. Let's do 5 more until you hold, really active up through that elbow that's on the mat, and rotate for 4. Keep those toes rotated out. Don't let them turn inwards. 3 and 2. Last one. Let's rotate, hold and breathe and reach for 5. Squeeze the ball. 4. Lift up higher. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. Now extend that bottom arm all the way out. Bring that top hand forward. Reach the legs away. Rotate the toes up if you need to. And then you're going to lift and you're going to lower. Don't let the ball touch the floor. Really reach the legs away. Breathe and reach. It's not a huge distance, but make it count. Have a moment of still at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold and breathe and reach for 5, higher still, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Come back down, kick the ball away. Had enough of the ball. Lie onto your back, reach your hands up to either side of the room. Open your knees out wide. Bring your knees over from one side, over to the other side. My ball's rolling back and forwards. Just ignore it. Reset the spine, reset the hips. As the knees come from one side to the other side, upper bodies. Nice and still in space. One more. Have a hug of your knees into your chest. Have a little rock from side to side. Give yourself a big round of applause. You have finished a very intense full body workout. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please do join me for another workout again soon. Take care.